Hello and welcome to another episode of Fallout New Vegas. Last episode was quite long, but we've accomplished a lot there. We helped Veronica with her quest, which involved going into Vault 34 and prospecting it. And we saved a family in there as well, so that was nice. But unfortunately, what we didn't save was a bunch of followers of the apocalypse who alas died because the Brotherhood of Steel are assholes. Nonetheless, her arc was finished and she's back at the trading route. Then we recruited Lily as a companion and we explored the west side, some sewer systems, and encouraged her to stay on her medicine. And then we picked up Cass, who wants us to visit where her caravan was destroyed. Ah, crap, who's over there? Oh, some fiends. No one wanna pay attention to fiends? Oh wait, I actually have a sniper rifle. All I need is a jar of my own urine, and we are gonna make these people's day worse.
Let's paint this place for it.
Some more fiends. Little plasma rifle, get out of here. Where do those damn fiends even get this high-tech equipment? They're supposed to be like raiders and junkies, but they're better armed than the NCR as far as, technological prowess goes.
God, there's almost nothing left. Looks like whoever it was just in the mood for killing. Most of the cargo's ash, too. Not burned, looks like disintegrated. When I heard the reports, I assumed ash meant burned. So close to the Vegas wall, too. Don't that beat all? Must have happened during the day, though. They hadn't made a camp.
Well, ain't that a kick in the head? Why would they have done it during the day?
No idea. Maybe catch the sun in their eyes? Maybe they wanted the caravan to come to them. Walk into an ambush. We should check the wagon. They may not have got everything. Whatever we find, it's yours. Least I can do for hoofing it all this way with me.
Cool.
You know what? What happened in my caravan? Not the first time I've heard about an attack like that. One of our caravans got hit a few months back, and the caravan been burned too, along with the cargo. I wonder if he made the same mistake, and that other caravan got hit with energy weapons too.
Wanna go check it out?
Yeah. It's a ways though. Hell of a detour. You sure?
Sure.
Alright then, let's move out.
And by the way, I was gonna pick up this drain small energy
The
cell.
Caesar has marked you for death, and the Legion obeys. Ready yourself for battle.
And then, maybe I...
I'm really getting sick and tired of the Legion. I'll let everyone else handle it. Just don't shoot the Brahmin. Get out of here. Stupid little flags. Oh, it carries C4 plastic explosives. Which basically means I can restock on them. Little fucking furry bastard. You deserve to die. Oh, what? Teammate here, so you're gonna be a little coward? Hide behind your baby pants wetting wall there? Hey, I'm supposed to head over here anyways, boy. As far as I'm concerned, you're just preventing me from fast traveling. Wow, he is fucking running. What a bunch of babies. Yeah, let Sunflower Head go. He's not gonna bother anyone anymore.
God. You know what?
Thankfully, we were already over there, so...
More energy weapons hit this caravan. Place has been picked clean. This is Brotherhood-level murder here. But they don't do things like that. This was done with a purpose. Let's poke around a bit, see what we can find. Might be something in the wreckage.
Alright, but watch out for Legion babies. Small burned book.
What's that? Looks like a map. Got the route along the west of Vegas, and they've marked another spot. Over here along this stretch. That's fucked up. Middle of nowhere.
Wanna go check it out?
Yeah. Something's wrong. I can feel it. It's not any closer than the first. So if you'd rather let be, let me know.
Alright, let's see where we're going. I guess we're going to head by the medical clinic. It doesn't look like they've fared very well either. Anything you want to say, Cass? Oh, this ash pile's the one we specifically
Another
need.
caravan burned. Except someone made camp here. And I never heard about this attack. Let's look around. Something stinks.
Caravan guard. What do you think of this, Cass?
That does it. That's all I need to know. Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. They were behind burning these caravans, and they've got to answer for them. I'm gonna get some extra ammo, a few bottles of whiskey, and then show them how Cassidy's settle accounts.
There's another way. We can get evidence, let the NCR take them down.
NCR? Are you out of your fucking mind? That'd take years. And with the war with the Legion, no way they're gonna waste time running up the Crimson Caravan or the Van Graffs.
If I can get the evidence, will you consider it?
Alright. If you poke around the Van Graffs and Alice, fine. But if I see either one go into their camp, I'm gonna start shooting, no matter what you find. McLafferty's a hard boss, but she knows what she's doing. That's all.
Welcome back.
Our work, let's see, Cassidy Caravans has been bought out and is now part of your company.
Very good. On occasion, it's proven to be more profitable in the long run to simply buy out the competition. And this is one of those occasions.
Staying low. You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever.
Here's the evidence of the deal. Without its twin, there's no proof.
So there's just one more safe to crack? Hope you can get to it. Say what you will about the two leading ladies. They watch their lockers like crows. Still, you got one, so the other might not be impossible. If you get both, then let's talk. And I appreciate you putting yourself at risk like this. Thanks. I'll get out of your hair then.
Gonna let her go. We're just gonna take a real quick detour to Freeside. You know, not staying for any pleasantries or whatever, just a quick in and out. This is sort of like a major new area with a whole lot of quests for it. And I want to poke around and starting quests until I handle, you know, a lot of the stuff outside. But we are slowly but surely inching our way toward New Vegas. It's actually kind of funny if you think about it. We haven't even been in New Vegas yet.
Atomic Wrangler, where the booze is cheaper, the table's more friendly, and the women.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to search you before letting you in. The only weapons allowed on the premises are the ones we're selling.
Alright, search away.
It should only take a moment. There. I've stowed all of your weapons. You're clear to enter. When you leave, I'll hand them all back to you.
The bosses are having a meeting. They'll have to wait
Mr.
until it's
Soren,
over.
please get to the point. The second half of your payment is late, and I want to know why.
Miss Van Graff, my associates and I have decided that we wish to renegotiate the terms of our deal.
Might I ask for what reason? The shipment was delivered. The guns were tested before leaving this facility.
Regardless, we feel that the quality of the weapons is below expectation and hope to adjust the price accordingly.
Ah, I think I understand what the issue here is. Excuse me for a moment, would you? Do it. Never break faith with the Van Graffs, Mr. Soren. I expect you'll have the rest of our payment ready tomorrow morning. Okay, everyone. Show's over. Back to work.
If you go through them before that ends, they'll start shooting at you.
Hey.
Get the fuck away from me. The last man who bothered me volunteered to help test our weapons.
Wow, you like them apples.
Welcome to the Silver Rush, where only top-of-the-line energy weapons can be found. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you had any work available.
It just so happens a position opened up recently. We currently need another body to guard the entrance outside. Think you can handle that?
Sure, count me in.
Wonderful. I already have a man outside who can show you the ropes and get you set up. His name is Simon. He's been with the family for years, so listen to what he says and follow his instructions.
Alright.
Hey,
Welcome to the Silv... Aw, crap. Don't tell me you're my new guard.
Hi, buddy. Looks like we're stuck with each other.
I've been paired with worse, I guess. Anyway, let's see if you can follow instructions. You'll be covering the other side of the door there. Take your position while I get your stuff out. Good. Look around and get a feel for where customers and risks can enter and exit the area while I get your gear ready. Okay, now let's get you geared up. First, your armor. Standard issue is your run-of-the-mill combat armor, with a nice dark coat of paint for both brand recognition and sheer intimidation value. Next, your weapon. Guards are required to use rifles. Anything lighter compromises your combat effectiveness. Anything heavier and people are too scared to come in the door. What's your preference, laser or plasma?
I'll go with plasma.
Nothing wrong with going plasma. Just make sure you hit what you're aiming at. Now that you're equipped, a quick word on the job at hand. In a nutshell, we're here to keep the riffraff away. Drunks, punks, and capless vermin are to be turned away. Potential customers are to be permitted normal entrance. That is, after we pat them down for weapons. An unarmed man is a lot less likely to try to steal something with several armed guards around. Don't start any fights. I don't care if some jet junkie just insulted your mother. We're here to promote violence elsewhere, not start it here. Lastly, don't abandon your post. We're getting paid to stand next to this door, not talk to someone down the street or head to the casino. That goes double for any thoughts of splitting with that gear. Every now and then, some young punk thinks he can run off with Van Graff property. Trust me, the rifle and armor are nice, but they're not worth your life. Other than that, relax. There's usually some eye candy coming and going from the Wrangler over there at some point, so the view's not too bad. Settle in. You got some hours left before your shift ends. Here comes a one. I'll let you handle this one.
Not you, Eddie.
Hi there. Is this where I can pick up a laser gun?
Sorry, sir. Can't let you in. Company policy.
Sounds like a stupid policy to me.
Good. Stick to the rules.
Kind of hard to see with you blocking
Another
view,
one.
Eddie.
You're on.
You just go over there. I don't see anyone else. No one from there. Oh, hey.
Hi. I was, in the area and thought I'd stop by to look at your weapons. Can I go in?
We're gonna have to search you first.
Fine by me.
He's clean. See? Not so hard, is it? Got another customer.
Because I want to show you what happens when you let this guy... It is that guy, right? Yeah. This guy into the store.
Howdy. I just done broke the bank over at the Wrangler there and thought I might peruse your fine wares. Maybe lighten my purse a little?
Need to pat you down for weapons first.
Now hold on here. I'm not packing any heat. Ain't my word good enough for you?
It should be fine going in.
We're supposed to pat everyone down. Didn't you hear that part of my instructions? Looks like that guy's headed this way. Don't screw it up.
Oh. It's this guy who needs to be let in. Well, reload the save and do the other one proper. Eddie, just get out of the way, dude. Go over there.
Hey, looking for something to replace my old revolver. Mind if I head in?
You come to the right place, go on in.
Thanks. I've come a long way.
Were you even listening when I said what you're supposed to do? Oh, shit, shit, shit!
Boy, that's gonna suck to clean up. How you doing, Miss Van Graff?
They're all dead. Guy must have had some kind of explosive on him. Set off all the ordnance in this place at once. Congratulations, rookie. You just cost me my job. Don't think I don't appreciate it. Over here!
Kinda wondering if this might be the better way to handle this mission, because I can just get her key.
Hey, looking for something to replace my old revolver. Mind if I head in?
Sorry, gonna have to search you first.
That's not really necessary, is it? I already told you I got this here revolver, right?
It's company policy. Now you gonna let us search you or what?
Damn, I knew this wasn't gonna work.
Revolver? Oh, you actually did have a revolver. And revenge note. To whom it may concern, if you're reading this, I am likely dead. I can only hope I've managed to take out some of those thrice damn Van Graffs with me. My family deserves that much at least.
Help me clean this up. No one's gonna want to shop here with the corpse out front. Crap. This I do not need today. Keep your head straight with me. Things are about to get interesting.
Fucking move, Eddie.
Hey, Simon. How's it hanging? Looks like you've got a little helper today.
What can I say? Business has been good lately. Looking forward to helping.
Good to hear, buddy. Is the boss lady in?
You know she is. Why don't you go in and say hi?
Nah, I got some rounds to run. But do pass along that I'm always thinking of her. Actually, I got a better idea. Make the new hire tell her. You'll do that for me, won't you?
I'll be sure to pass it along.
That's a good dog. Well, I'm out of here. Later, Simon.
One asshole.
Let's hope for you yet. It's just about closing time. Let's go see the boss about getting paid. Oh, I'm gonna need the rifle and armor back. Boss's orders.
We're watching you closely.
Simon's been telling me how it went. Let's do a quick recap. You kept away the undesirables, patted down the rest for weapons, and kept your cool. That is to say, you performed as instructed. Simon was impressed, and so am I. So you get a small bonus with your normal pay. Unfortunately, I found someone else with a little more experience, and he'll take over the position starting tomorrow. However, another task has come up that I could use some help with, assuming you're still interested in making some money.
Alright.
There's a deal that we've been working on for a while now, and the buyer would like a sample of our weapons. I need you to run a package out to a discreet location that the client has chosen. Sound good?
Alright.
Good. Here's the package. I'll mark the location on your map. The buyer said they'd be in town for quite a while, so there's no rush. That said, try not to dawdle. This client could mean big money for us, which naturally means big money for you.
Where does she want me to go?
Hello.
And he will move back to his post.
Hello.
Let's head out and see about this package.
Watch out!
Whoa!
Are you the Van Graff's emissary?
I am.
Do you have what we requested?
It's right here.
Ah, then our business is concluded. Tell your superiors that we will contact them shortly.
Thing that kind of sucks about Freeside is there's no fast travel to any of the gate areas. Like, you can't just immediately fast travel to where the Wrangler is. Oh, come on. Oh. Jerks. And I'm aware I'm running around mostly naked.
We've got stuff
There's
we're
a
not
million
even allowed to
fucking
sell,
things I'd
people.
rather hear than you advertise, kid. You're the reason why people install child-killing mods in
Hungry?
Fallout New
Thirsty?
Vegas.
Horny? The Atomic Wrangler has you covered.
It's like a guy in a business suit, you don't want him coming in, but a guy in his undies, that's perfectly acceptable.
Welcome back. Did you have news for me, or are you just here for the guns?
I delivered the package as requested.
And? Don't leave me in suspense. What was their reaction?
He said you'd hear from them soon. Well, let's see what they know about this client.
It's better if you don't ask. Now, I believe I asked you a question. What was their reaction?
They seemed pleased and said they'd be in touch.
Good. Good. Here's your payment. If you'll excuse me, I have some thinking to do. Oh, Jean-Baptiste was talking about a matter earlier that he needs help with. I volunteered you. See him for the details. Welcome back.
I can't tell her about Pacer.
Ah, just the person I was looking for. Your name came up in a discussion we had recently. My sister is very impressed with you so far, but I'm not. I don't think you have what it takes to work for this family. Luckily for you, I'm going to give you a chance to prove me wrong. What do you say? Want to make some real money?
Well, I'll be the only white guy in your family, so we might as well try.
Alright then. If we're going to work together, there's only one thing you need to know about me. I like things simple. Recently, Glory negotiated a deal between us and a big-time player. We're talking more caps than you'd probably see in a lifetime. Your part in this is simple. To finalize this deal, I need to tie up a loose end. To do that, there's a girl I need you to find.
Who's this girl?
Her name is Rose of Sharon Cassidy. That's some fancy shit, right? Don't know what her mother was thinking with a name like that. But this girl and I, we need to have a discussion. Find her, bring her here, so I can talk to her, one-on-one.
What do you want to talk to her about?
If your answer isn't yes, I'll bring her here, or no, I won't because Gloria had me pegged wrong, then we're done here.
I'll do it.
Find her, bring her back here so we can talk. Needless to say, there's some good money in it for you.
You know, I think I'd rather not kill one of my companions. But I really want to get back there, so let's reload save.
Heads up. Looks like we got another customer.
Hey, looking for...
Were you even listening when I said what you're supposed to do?
It's so silly.
Over here! You like that?
Might as well. Dear Van Graff, it's come to my attention that Cassidy Caravans has suffered a number of setbacks recently. I can only hope that these latest unfortunate events drive that young booze hound of an owner to finally sell me her remaining assets. As per our agreement, I have bent my not inconsiderable efforts toward tweaking your competitors, the gun runners. You can expect a mysterious and sudden surge in sales in the near future. Sincerely, A.M. Oh, a few weapons survived. Plasma mines look pretty cool.
Hey, looking...
Were you even listening when I said what you're supposed to do? Oh, shit.
Well now, look what... Was reminded why I left this place soon as I walked in. Let's go.
Someone like this. Tough break, ain't buddy? Yeah, sometimes it just happens. Did what I could.
If you say you're going to gather evidence, then kill the bitches anyway, at least tell me when you change your mind. Now if you're done fucking around, let's settle accounts the old-fashioned way.
Oh. Guess I can't do it this way.
Howdy!
I'm always thinking of her. Actually, I would, but I tend to distract the boss lady a little too much. She can't help herself. Anyway, I got things to do. Later, Simon.
Way to keep your head, rookie. Let's hope for you. Yeah. It's just about closing time.
You got a problem?
We cool? Alright, apparently it was that easy.
Well now, look what Raul... You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever.
Here's both pieces of evidence.
No shit. There it is. The blood, the motive, as clear as day. They must have penned these with snake venom. But we got it. Now what? Sure, this damns them, but only if someone listens.
Anyone you trust in the NCR?
Well, Jackson and the Mojave outpost could get it to the folks in the west. I wouldn't trust anyone closer to the Colorado. And the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs have their heart back west. Not sure it'll do any good, though.
We have to try.
Alright, let's do it. Listen to what he has to say.
Now, thankfully, we're right near him.
Fucking monument.
See, there's like a peaceful way to solve that mission, and a not so peaceful way to solve that mission. Gives you a choice.
Appreciate the help. Wish I had more work for you, but nothing else on the radar at the moment.
I have evidence of a caravan conspiracy.
What is it? Let me see. Alright, this explains a lot of the lost caravans. I thought it was Legion work, but
Can you get it to the right people?
I can, if you make me a promise. I need you to swear you won't take revenge on Gloria or Alice. If you do, then your case is over, and we can't see that justice is done. I know some things are hard to let go. You and Miss Cassidy need to understand that. Hear me?
You have our word.
That'll have to do. God, what a mess. People turning against each other when the Mojave's at risk of falling. If the Republic's sinkhole progress doesn't kill us, greed will. Thanks for bringing me this. I know revenge must have been tempting. For what it's worth, I appreciate you didn't shed any more blood. We need to save our strength for the Legion.
You're welcome. Well, it felt like the right thing to do.
I'll do what I can. And those folks that got killed need to be answered for.
Well, that's settled, I suppose.
Chasing the dead with more deaths isn't the right way.
No. No, I know. Just hard to say how I feel right now. Wait, that's not true. I think the NCR back west, when riled, is going to be the worst enemy the Van Graffs and the Crimson Caravan ever had. They're all so mired in procedure and paper out there. The kind of evidence we gave is going to be worse than shooting them. I think that settles accounts with me, and my men. That was some tricky political maneuvering, but worth it, even if it takes a few years.
And there we go, we finally solved the mission. Now that we solved that mission, I guess we can pick up someone else. This is really the closest we can get. Over here in the radiation zone. Welcome to Black Mountain, have some rads. So now that we solved her problems, which admittingly didn't really spend much time. Oh, one of these guys. Fucking scorn fucking looking things. Is can't even drag the body. But now that we solved her problem, I think it's...
Can't tell you how glad I am you butchered the fiends. Caravans across the wastes are gonna be buying you drinks for years.
Let's ask her a few more questions and then part ways. How's caravan life in the Mojave?
Well, I'm not one for soft living or soft men, let me tell you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you right now, on both counts.
Lady Killer, Miss Cassidy, are you flirting with me?
Don't take that as anything more than my words. I bet you're a real sweetheart the way you leave that trail of broken hearts behind you. I know your look. You probably say all the right things. So we're clear. Nothing's gonna happen between us. You'd best respect that. My point before is that you know the Mojave, and it's a hard place.
And caravan life's the same way?
The caravan fighting here in the Mojave, it's been downright brutal. The amount of caravan space you reserve for ammo alone. And if it's not raiders, powder gangers, it's NCR tolls. They need to get the money from somewhere, even if it's Vegas bound.
Do you deal mostly with NCR?
Anyone wise does. Vegas families pay on time, from what I've heard. Even the Emeritus. The White Gloves pay on time, but they're creepy. Deal with anyone else, though, you're taking a big risk.
What about Kaiser's Legion?
The Legion? What about them? I don't trade caps or supply anyone who keeps slaves and treats women like Brahmin in those camps of theirs.
You mean they just, crouch near them and push them? Do they deal with any caravans at all?
There's some caravans that deal with the Legion, yes. And as much as it pains me to say it, any caravan marked by the Legion is safe as houses. They guard their roads, their supply lines. Even fiends would hesitate before going after any trader dealing with Legion.
You sound frustrated.
I am. If NCR took the same stand and committed patrols to the roads, then I'd think that'd solve a lot of their problems right there. But they don't. Caravans get butchered in the Mojave all the time, like mine. And so fucking close to Vegas you could see it from the wall.
There must be good parts of to the Republic.
NCR tries. It's just that trying doesn't mean a whole lot when you're paying your respects to the dead. And Legion, from what I've heard, they don't do the stop tolls on the roads or in the outposts like some NCR quartermasters do. You're lucky if you turn a profit sometimes. If some new officer gets assigned a route, the fees just get worse.
Any other differences between the Legion and NCR?
Much as I hate the Legion, caravan life would be a hell of a lot easier if they ran the roads. Well, as long as those companies were run by men, and that's the biggest issue I see. And it's a shame, but I think there's people on the NCR side who feel more strongly than I do.
What do you mean?
Some caravans deal with the Legion now because the security. If towns could get the same protection, a lot more tempting than you'd think. A bunch of people would be willing to side with the Legion to not have to worry about fiends and boomers and powder ganger attacks. It's not hard for some folks to sell freedom when the alternative is worse. Especially if being with NCR is going to get you on a Legion cross.
It's about the, most in-depth I've seen anyone espouse any even remotely pro-Legion ideals, other than, of course, from Legionnaires. What do you think of the NCR?
NCR's my country, and I support it. Anyone who says otherwise, I'll feed them my knee. I know which side of the firing line I'm on in the Mojave, just so you know.
I mean, you were just kind of bitching about them earlier. You support it no matter what?
I'm not some blind, flag-saluting, do-as-they-will NCR lover. They're family. But let me tell you what family means. You ever had a brother? Some dumbass younger brother, say, who knocked up the pastor's daughter, can't hold a job, and is home away as a jail cell? That's NCR. Their compass is spinning all the time.
So they lack direction.
They try to put their stake in everything they see. Nobody's dick's that long. Not even Long Dick Johnson, and he had a fucking long dick. Thus the name.
That's a very poignant bit of poetry there. Yeah, I got that part, thanks. Let's go back to the NCR though.
So NCR tries to hold on to everything. They can't, because it's too big for them to get their arms around. They can't guard the roads. They can't put a line of troops around the Mojave. It's just greed that makes the heads back west even try.
So the Mojave suffers.
Aside from the people in the towns, it's the soldiers that suffer for it most. Ever seen NCR troops asked to go after gangs at 3-to-1 odds? That bear flag doesn't make them bulletproof. And when those gangs were caused by NCR in the first place, like the powder gangers, Caesar on a crutch. Don't get me started there.
So what's the alternatives?
Look, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want the Brotherhood, or the Followers, or the Vegas families running the Mojave. All of them are a different kind of fuck-up. NCR just has some shaping up to do. Maybe Caesar kicking them in the nuts is a nice wake-up call, is all I'm saying. I just wish Caesar would kick the heads of NCR, not the feet. I've fucked a soldier in my time. They don't need to get fucked by their orders.
What can you tell me about New Vegas?
Much as anyone else. Cazador trap. You fly in, the city sucks a pint out of you, then you're out on the street. NCR makes a habit of going there and dumping cash. Only the Strip gets fat off it. Couldn't tell you much more than that. Not really one for New Vegas when there's enough dump water bars in the Mojave to last me.
I mean, there's the Outpost, there's the theater in Prim, there's a bar in Good Springs, and there's the Atomic Wrangler. Those are the only bars I can think of.
Don't have all the ingredients you need. Come back when you have them. Let's hear it. You look... What? No music? I'll hold the tears till I'm gone. I'll get out of your hair then.
Alright. We don't need to talk to her anymore. We've heard everything she had to say, so let's pick up a new guy. As if I don't have enough pointless things to do here, Tabitha wants me to start keeping a log of all the repairs I do. So here's my first log entry. I fixed up several old terminals that were left over in intact buildings. Here, I wonder what she's planning to use them for. Apparently, the mutants raided a caravan today. One of their rifles jammed. Took about 7 minutes to fix. I also performed minor maintenance on the broadcasting tower outside. It's tempting to think that I could have just pulled a switch there and taken this accursed station off the air. No doubt she would have killed me soon afterward, but it might have been worth it just to see the look on her face. The mutant with a scar across his face, whom I've taken to calling Cuddles, stopped in today and asked me to fix his car. I told him that's outside my expertise and he seriously thought he was going to kill me. Tried to escape today. Tabitha had one of her men beat me senseless when they caught me. Now they lock me up in the next room whenever I'm not working on something. Oh, and I fixed a toaster. Cuddles came in about his car again. He even brought a container of gas and asked me if that would help. I tried to tell him that gas was not the problem, but he got really angry and dragged me outside. Tabitha killed him herself before things got too ugly. At least I don't have to hear about his damn car anymore. Tabitha came in today and said she's concerned about my safety. She's insisted that I change the lock on my door to require a password using one of the other computers I fixed. I'm really starting to regret ever fixing those. The password is 123456789. Like anyone who cares will ever read this. I'm guessing that's a car. Would be kind of funny if there was also like a canister of gas under the table. A lot of toolboxes.
Took you long enough, so can I go now?
What do you mean by took me long enough?
Sorry. I assumed the only reason you'd fight past a horde of super mutants and pick the lock on my cell is if you heard my cry for help on the radio. But maybe you're just sightseeing. So since the door's open and all, can I go now?
Who are you?
Name's Raul. Raul Alfonso Tejada. I'm the mechanic around here.
Why does the jumpsuit say Miguel?
Probably because it used to be Miguel's. Whoever he was. How about if you let me go, huh, boss?
You're a mechanic around here?
No. No, boss. I'm a prisoner of the crazy super mutant with the wig and the glasses. I was kind of hoping you were here to set me free. But maybe I'm not a pretty enough damsel for that. Huh?
Alright, enjoy your freedom.
Alrighty then. I'll just head out. Alone. By myself. Into the dangerous waste.
Do you want to tag along? Is that what you're hinting at?
Anything's better than staying here. Let's go.
Yeah, some noodles, because as it turns out, ghouls need sustenance in order to survive. Oh man, Boone would have loved that conductor. But a certain multi-billion-dollar company that owns a Fallout IP doesn't seem to understand that, despite it being a fairly important part of the first game.
Never been a big fan of gangs like the Fiends, boss. I'm glad they're gone.
I mean, there's still fiend NPCs running around. I just killed their leader. Tell me about yourself.
Sure, boss. What do you want to know?
Who are you?
You forget about me already, boss? You sure you didn't take a blow to the head or something? My name is Raul Alfonso Tejada.
Your name is Raul, and that is final. Anything else you want to share?
Boss, usually when somebody gives you a name and nothing else, it's because that's all they want to give you.
Where are you from?
I was born just outside Mexico City. My family had a little ranch there.
How old are you?
Old enough to know better, boss. Old enough to know better. I'm an open book, boss. Granted, the book's in Spanish and some of the pages have fallen out. But I'm an open book.
What's Petro Chico?
You never heard of Petro Chico? Un amigo de Poseidon Energy. Of course not. They were an oil company in Mexico back before the war.
How'd you end up at Black Mountain?
Well, boss, when a giant insane super mutant asks you to stay put, you do what you're told. Well, maybe you don't. But I'm just a broke down old man.
How did Tabitha find you in the first place?
It's stupid, boss. I used to listen to the radio broadcast, just to pass the time. Well, one day the signal stopped, so I figured I'd try to find a transmitter. I'm a pretty good repairman. Or I was before my eyes started to go. Anyway, I found Black Mountain and offered my services. But Tabitha decided I was useful enough to keep around permanently. Questions, boss? You mean you don't know everything there is to know already?
Can you tell me anything about Mr. House?
Just how old do you think I am, boss? Because I can pretty much guarantee I'm older than that. Let me tell you a story from before the Great War. Everybody knew Robert House. He was a genius, a superstar. Founded Ramco in 22. Dated Hollywood starlets, the works. They say he saved Las Vegas. I was in Mexico City when the bombs dropped. Even from there, we could see House's defensive rockets shooting down the incoming missiles. Everybody assumed he died in the war, Maybe he did. But his robots are still out there roaming the waste. And now, a Mr. House rules New Vegas.
Maybe there's a connection. Can you remember anything else about Robert House?
I remember there were some weird stories about him, especially near the end. There was a tell-all in El Periódico de las Arboridas by a starlet house dame. She said they never, don't make me spell it out, boss. Anyway, she said all he wanted to do was scan her brain and make her dress up in different outfits.
That's sickening.
It was quite the scandal, at least in the Latin American tabloid journalism market.
You seriously think they're the same Mr. House?
Maybe not. Maybe the new guy is just a clever raider chief with knowledge of history. Maybe he just left instructions for his robots to carry out in his name. Or maybe Robert House uploaded his brain pattern into a computer and rules to this day a godless, soulless machine god. Maybe the whole thing's a crazy coincidence. Who knows?
Let's see. What's your take on the NCR?
They're all right, I suppose. Had a bit of tough going there at the beginning. You know, their first town was nearly wiped out by raiders. Anyway, they got their good points and their bad. Just like a lot of the old governments from before the war.
How you feel about Kaiser's Legion?
I don't really have a problem with it. People around here tend to see them as invading marauders planning to burn and pillage the countryside. But I've been to Arizona, boss. Before the Legion, it was a nasty place. So thick with raiders you couldn't trade with a town 2 miles up the road. Caesar's laws aren't nice, and their actions aren't always pretty. But then neither am I. But you keep me around.
Tell me about New Vegas. He's probably like the one companion who's most willing to give Kaiser's Legion a pass.
It's big, it's bright, and it's one of the biggest cities still left from before the war. Well, mostly anyway. Used to be just a curiosity. The buildings were pre-war. But it's just as full of raiders and barbarian tribes as any place else. Then Mr. House took over. Got the power turned back on. And got the tribes reformed into something civilized. And now they run his casinos for him.
Alright. Got Raul's opinions on basically everything. Now, Raul's mission is based on meeting certain people throughout the wasteland, rather than him taking damage or having something for you to do for him. It's not like Veronica, where we need to go through vaults to get something, nor is it like the Nightkin, where we need to get her to take damage and play a recording in order to, jog her memory. Allowed to take that one cap and none other. It's a quality of life thing. They don't want you to have to steal the star caps. But it still does come off as a bit silly.
Hey. Isn't that bomber a beauty? Thanks so much for making an old man's dreams come true.
I mean, one there is a piece of junk.
I'm sure pissing off a ruthless warlord with a tribe of fanatically devoted warriors was a good move. How could it not be? It was your idea.
Alright.
That's a good thing to see, huh, boss?
What are you talking about?
That loyal guy. He's getting up there in years, but he still finds a way to make himself useful to his people. If you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone or holding on to some faded piece of glory from your past.
Raul's using his years of knowledge to help his tribe. I think that's a noble goal.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
What's on your mind?
Old history, boss. I grew up in a place called Hidalgo Ranch, just outside Mexico City. It wasn't much, just a bit of a farm, with a house for 3 generations of Tejada. I wasn't the best behaved kid. I was quick with my hands, with a pistol or a wrench. And I wasn't afraid to get into fights over it. I never killed anybody, but I had my share of run-ins with the police. Mostly my family kept me in line. This was before the war. We were far enough away from Mexico City when the bombs fell that we missed the worst of it. But things got bad quick.
Go on.
Just a few days after Mexico City was vaporized, refugees started pouring down the road to our ranch. We helped who we could, but there were so many. Eventually, my father started turning people away before we ran out of food. Things got violent. My father and I got our guns, and we drove them off.
What happened then?
About 24 men came back in the night after we'd gone to sleep. They set fire to the ranch house and barred the doors from the outside. My whole family was trapped inside. I smelled the smoke, and I got myself and my little sister Rafaela out through a window. But everyone else, my parents, my grandmother, my 2 brothers, and 2 of my sisters, all died.
What happened then?
Rafaela and I ran. We were pursued by some of the men who attacked our home, but I was always a good shot. The ones who came after us, I killed. The rest, I left be. I had to take care of Rafaela, not throw my life away on revenge.
And you blame yourself for this? Oh, you can't think it was your fault. No one could stand against a 12 armed men all alone.
I know that, boss. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just getting sentimental in my old age. Anyways, forget it. Just wanted that off my chest.
Well, if you have any other stories, feel free to tell me. But alas, you're going to have to wait until the next episode to reminisce anymore, because I think this is a good wrapping up point. I hope you enjoyed the video, that I gave you something to think about and otherwise entertained you. Didn't really do a lot today. We kind of fucked around with the Van Graffs for most of the episode. But next episode we'll try to take Raul down on a trip through memory lane. So take care.